to this daily hypnosis session for enhancing your self-image. Before we begin, remember that hypnosis is a natural state of focused awareness. It's important that you listen to this session in a quiet and comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Never listen to this session while driving or operating machinery. And now on to the hypnosis. You know, it's funny how the mind works, isn't it? You've probably had times where you were so focused on something that everything else just seemed to fade into the background. Like when you're watching the sun slowly setting over the horizon, and without even realizing it, you start to feel more relaxed, more at ease. And as you think about those moments now, you might notice how easy it becomes to just let go, to let your thoughts drift like clouds in the sky, passing by effortlessly. There's no need to do anything at all right now except listen, or even just relax, as the words flow around you like a soft breeze. It's easy to find yourself here, isn't it? Feeling more comfortable as each breath comes and goes naturally, without any effort. Just allowing that gentle calm to settle in. And as you continue to enjoy this calm feeling, you might notice a sense of quiet building inside, almost like stepping into a peaceful forest. You know how the air feels cool and fresh there, how the sounds of nature surround you in such a gentle way. Every sound, every whisper of the leaves just makes you feel more connected to that calm, peaceful energy. And it's funny, isn't it, how the deeper you step into this place, the more your body seems to relax effortlessly. Every breath you take invites that sense of ease to grow even more. You don't have to think about it. It just happens as naturally as the day turns into night. And as that calm deepens, you might even notice how your mind becomes quieter too, allowing you to just be here. You know, it's interesting how sometimes we don't even realize the images we hold of ourselves. Like when you glance at a reflection in a still pond, you may expect to see something familiar, yet the surface ripples, distorting what's there, showing something else. The way you see yourself, the way your self-image forms, is often like that reflection. It changes sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically, based on the slightest movement, the smallest ripple. And here's the thing, you can learn to see past the ripples to the stillness underneath. Imagine standing beside that pond, watching it settle. You notice how as the wind slows and the surface calms, the water becomes clearer, the reflection sharpens. The image becomes true, unaffected by the external elements. And in this moment of calm, you can begin to see yourself as you really are, not through the distorted lens of doubt or past perceptions, but through a clarity that's always been there, waiting for the right moment to emerge. And it's fascinating, isn't it, how the mind knows when to let go of what's no longer useful. You may have held on to old ideas about yourself, Old ideas that were formed long ago when you were someone else, in a different place with different experiences. But just like the wind that moves the surface of the pond, those ideas don't have to stay. They can drift away naturally as you discover the real you beneath them. And as those ripples fade, you might even notice a sense of calm and acceptance growing. It's not something you have to force, it just happens. You see, the mind is very much like a garden. Sometimes we plant things without even realizing it. Maybe someone else gave us a seed, an idea about who we are, and we planted it without even thinking. And over time, that seed grew. And now, as you stand here in this calm and peaceful state, you can choose which seeds to nurture and which to let go of. You have the power to weed the garden of your mind, to let go of those old ideas that no longer serve you. And it's natural to do so, isn't it? Just as naturally as a flower turns towards the sun. And as you think about this now, you may find that you're beginning to notice new things about yourself. Perhaps there's a strength you've never fully acknowledged. Or maybe there's a kindness, a resilience, a deeper wisdom that's always been there, waiting for you to see it clearly. And as you let go of those old ripples, the reflection becomes clearer. And with each moment, you see yourself more fully, more truthfully, more positively. The mind works in interesting ways, doesn't it? Sometimes it holds on to old patterns, old beliefs, simply because they're familiar. But here, now, in this moment of clarity, you can begin to rewrite those old scripts. You can begin to see yourself in a new light, like a painter with a fresh canvas. You can begin to create a new image. An image that reflects who you truly are, not who you've been told to be. And as you create this new picture, you may find that each stroke, each thought, each feeling becomes easier, more natural. And you realize deep down that this image, this self, is the one that truly reflects who you are inside. And as the pond settles, as the garden flourishes, you might notice that something else begins to shift. A deep sense of confidence, of self-acceptance begins to grow. It's not forced. It's not something you have to strive for. It's already there, just like the sun is always shining, even behind the clouds. It's always been there. You've always been enough. And now you can allow yourself to feel that truth fully and completely. Every breath you take, every moment you experience from this point forward reinforces that truth. You are enough. You always have been. And now, as you begin to come back to the present moment, you may notice that sense of calm and clarity staying with you, like a gentle reminder, a soft whisper, telling you that you've seen yourself in a new way. You've walked through the garden of your mind, and you've chosen to nurture the things that truly serve you. And as you bring your awareness back slowly and gently, you might find yourself feeling lighter, more centered. Each breath bringing you a little more back to the room, back to the here and now. And as you stretch your fingers and your toes, it's as if the world seems a little clearer, your reflection in the pond just a little truer. And from this moment forwards, each time you look at yourself, you'll feel that sense of confidence and self-worth growing stronger. You'll find it easier to see yourself as you truly are, and that positive self-image will only continue to grow with every passing day. And now, as we come to the end of this session, take a deep breath and allow yourself to carry this sense of calm and confidence with you. And as you move forward through your day, embrace this positive change. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.